getting back to me on the SAFER grant, because we had spoken about that earlier in the day. So, it's not, you know, in some ways it's almost like I knew this week I needed to work on the SAFER grant, and now it's going to be a lot easier since instead of calling the mayor's office, I'm in the mayor's office. So, you know, I don't see any of that, and I see what I saw from Adam and heard from Adam was definitely a spirit of, you know, if there's any information you need or any way I can help or anything, you know, I can let you know about, please let me know. And that's, you know, and I'm 100% confident that.
So we should not expect any sort of house cleaning then, at least for a while. Is that fair to say?
That's very fair to say, because I worked with these people for many years and I'm comfortable with them and I respect them. And, you know, as you know, time moves on, changes happen. But when I looked in the room of commissioners and staff people after the conclusion of the press conference, I recognized every face in the room, and in most cases had worked with them on issues, and all positive. So, you know, it's part of what gives me confidence that the city will continue to move forward, because we have these, you know, knowledgeable and caring people at the helm of their department. So.
One question about the fund balance. There is only a certain portion of the fund balance restoration fund that can be used. How does that work going forward? How much more money will be available?
This year will, well, we're looking at, I mean, that's being looked at, so I don't want to, you know, give a hard answer on that yet, but, you know, that's going to be part of the budget process. It is definitely going to help in the future, and how soon it can help is another issue. So,
a couple of years ago, there was a movement to try to share some sales tax revenue with the school district, with sales tax income seemingly on the upside now. Do you see any possibility of that being looked at seriously?
I mean, our financial picture is still tough. I mean, because yes, the sales tax is starting to creep back up again, but we're still in a trough. So there's been no discussion of that. I mean, what the future holds, I don't know. But you know, when I first ran for council, Salinowski sat with me and discussed that issue, so it's not a new issue. You know, say nothing on it. No.
So it's neither off the table.
There's not a lot of revenue sharing between government branches right now. I mean, honestly, that's what I see. But
is there any municipality that you know of that shares sales tax with the school district?
No. But I know that there was. Not that I know, but I think outside the cities, there's the school tax is handled differently, and you know, so I mean the sales tax, but you know, not that I know of. This is not an issue that's being discussed or has been discussed recently, or you know, or as part of our talks with the school on joint services and things like that. Not at all. We're talking about ways to. I mean, think about all the ways we already do consolidate services. The city has very limited athletic fields, and we use the school fields because city uses are usually on the weekend. The school needs them during the week. I mean, to me, that's the simplest way to explain to people how consolidation of services can work, and we're already doing it. And you know, if you go to GW at noon, you'll see the kids all running around at recess, and if you go there on a Saturday at noon, you'll see about 8 soccer games going on. So that's full utilization of a taxpayer asset, because most taxpayers write one check and they pay their taxes, and I think it's a good example of an area where we work well with them.
So the city shares costs for this?
They have, well, you know, when the big revamp was done at GW, the city did a lot of, participated in the expenses. It didn't cover the whole thing. But where possible, the city has worked with the school district in areas where we share, but you have to be careful. There's certain things you can't cross the line on, but I know we've helped them with some engineering and things like that. But I think that we have a time now where the governor and the state government are encouraging municipalities and government entities to try and look for ways to work together. So the climate is right for this. And you know, we had a meeting here. John, you were here, right? I think.
Yes.
With the school board, and it's another group. I mean, you have a council and you have a school board in White Plains, and you're sitting with a bunch of people that know each other socially, and get along with each other, and what an opportunity. So that's something I'd like to foster, is more communication.
Yeah, well, what was the problem? We only were able to come up with $75,000 that we